Excuse me.
Yeah?
I have to meet a friend here later. It seems all the booths are taken. Wondered if
Oh, hey, no problem. Have a seat.
Thanks.
Who are you looking for? Oh, maybe I might have seen him around.
Her.
Well, that just raised your odds of me knowing exactly who this person is. You see, I try to make sure that I know where every girl is and exactly what she's doing here on campus.
She's my fiancée.
Except for those, of course, who are spoken for.
It's not like Courtney to hang out in a place like this.
Did you say her name's Courtney?
Yes. Courtney Carpenter. But I don't think you'd know her.
But Stacy was just telling the truth. The day after I was arrested, I couldn't swear that I hadn't committed the murder. I didn't know where I was, how I got there, or what was going on.
Well, we've certainly got that well established. Dave, I am just pointing out that it would have been better if Stacy hadn't said on the stand that you questioned your innocence.
What are you saying, that she should have lied?
No, chosen her words more carefully.
Now, just relax, both of you. Her testimony came as a surprise to everybody.
Surprise is hardly the word for it. How'd she put it?
She said, and I quote, "I don't know, maybe I did do it. I can't even remember."
That's it, exactly. Now, I would have thought that Stacy, being a reporter, could have avoided letting Lockwood trap her into quoting out of context like that.
Well, it's in the court record to stay. So what'll we do now? What's next, Harold?
I'll tell you what's next. It's about time they got my side of the story into the court record. I'm taking that stand in my own defense.
You gonna make your own defense? Come on, Dave. Lockwood will tear you apart if you get up on that stand.
Look, Harold, you're my lawyer and you're doing a good job, but I just feel that I can make some points.
Make some points? Dave, it's not a fair fight up there on the witness stand. We lawyers have all the advantages. Now, Lockwood will set you up, and he will score all the points. Believe me, that's why we didn't put you on the stand in the first place.
I just don't like the picture he's painting of me. I'm not the inconsistent man he has the jury believing.
The verdict is far from in. How do you know what the jury's thinking?
I don't know what they're thinking, but I do know that you're worried, Harold. And with good cause.
We all are, Dave. But you may be overreacting by taking the stand.
Oh, Terry, come on. You heard the reaction of the gallery yesterday when Stacy said that I might have killed Kate. That somebody has got to diffuse this image that Lockwood is painting of me.
And you think you're the person that's going to do that?
Yes. Let them see who I am. Let me tell my side of the story. I'm no murderer.
Of course you're not, but that isn't the issue here.
Then what is?
The issue is whether or not the jury believes that you didn't kill Kate. It's a matter of perception, not reality.
Exactly. And I can change those perceptions.
Dave, if the character witnesses that we've already had on the stand haven't been able to do that, then you aren't going to be able to do that.
Look, all right. Maybe I can't help my image, but I can help with the facts. Namely, I remember more about what happened that night now than I did the night I was arrested.
Andrea Summers helped you remember that, didn't she?
Exactly. When I heard her testimony, all kinds of things kept coming back. And I'm certain that I did not go into Amber's apartment that night. The last thing I remember is driving into her parking lot. And I swear I did not go into the building.
Well, that would certainly make you a more credible witness.
Of course, I'd make a good witness, Harold.
That's true. What do you think, Harold? What do we got to lose?
I think you two are talking about this thing like Dave is running for class president, not on trial for murder. Now, I'm sorry, Dave, I am not going to put you on the stand.
Harold, Stacy was our ace in the hole. You said that. But after her testimony yesterday, well, I can't see that we have any cards left. You have got to let me testify.
And see Lockwood have you for breakfast? No way. Yeah, it's Stacy. Hold on. It's for you.
Hello, Stacy?
Listen, I have to see you right away. I can't talk long.
Well, sure, honey, fine. Why don't we meet for dinner tonight?
No. I have to see you right away. Before this afternoon's court session. Hello?
Nancy,
Yes, who is this?
this is Doug. Doug Hughes?
Doug Hughes. Why are you calling me?
Nancy, stay where you are, okay? I'm coming right over. I need to talk to you about a few things.
Well, wait a minute, Doug. I really am...
Now, let me get this straight. You are Courtney Carpenter's fiancé?
Yes.
You two are engaged?
Well, that's usually what fiancé means. We have been for over a year now.
What do you know? Our little Cinderella has a prince.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Well, Courtney doesn't know I spent an extra night here. But I stopped over at her dorm and some well-oiled co-ed with an I Love to Party t-shirt told me I might find her here. You don't suppose our well-oiled friend knew it was still morning, do you?
Morning, evening, doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of difference.
Well, like a fool, I believed her. You seem to know Courtney. Does she come in here often?
Well, I've seen her from a distance, but I've never managed to get close. What I mean is that she's usually sitting with a bunch of girls or something. So, I guess you came down to take Courtney to the Christmas formal.
No. Unfortunately, Courtney never mentioned anything about the dance. But we did spend the evening together.
I still can't get over it. Courtney engaged?
Yes, well, spread the word. Courtney! I was beginning to think you weren't going to come.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Courtney. I was just talking to your fiancé here.
Yeah, so I see. Gary, my, friend didn't show up with my biology notes.
No. Oh, no, but your friend should be here any moment.
Well, tell her to drop the notes off at Courtney's dorm room. We're going to get going.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could go down by Mirror Lake.
I'd like to go someplace quiet. I know this place, the Greenbrier.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. What's her deal? She didn't even say anything.
Got a problem, Pete. Our Prince Charming is more than just a friend of Courtney's from the Windy City.
What's that mean?
It means that that guy is her fiancé. She's engaged, Pete. She's been engaged all along.
Look, Nancy, we're both the victims here. Now, I'm not saying we're innocent, but I do know that we're the victim of Dan's manipulation.
What manipulation? What are you talking about?
Come on, Nancy, don't make this more difficult than it already is. What do I have to do, draw you a picture?
Well, maybe you ought to spell it out.
Come on, I mean, it's as plain as day. All right, okay. I first found out about this. I thought something was funny when Ben told me that you announced Dan was gonna marry you. Well, now, I know Dan and Julia have been having their problems, but I mean, they're birds of a feather. They think alike. I knew they weren't gonna split up.
Well, that's not what Dan told me.
Yeah. Do you believe everything Dan tells you?
Well, no.
Don't you see? That's why I came over here. I didn't want to tell Dan. Because he would have come over and told you everything I'm about to tell you is a lie. Nancy, it's not a lie. Look, I don't know how to tell you. Look, Dan's proposal is nothing but a charade. I know this is difficult for you to accept. But, come on, I mean, you must have realized something was wrong.
Yeah, I did. So I suppose Ben knows all about this, right?
I'll probably either tell him later today or tomorrow. Not really in a hurry, if you know what I mean. No, I think when you tell Dan that you're going to drop this suit, Ben will find out everything soon enough.
That is, assuming that I do drop this suit.
If? What do you mean, if? You gonna let Dan get away with this?
It's not Dan that I'm thinking of. It's me.
Exactly. And he has played you for a fool.
Don't you understand? I just can't go out and get another lawyer just like this.
Another lawyer?
Yes. If you think that the only reason that I've had Dan around all this time is because of the relationship, well, then you're wrong. And as a matter of fact, as soon as I confront him with this situation, maybe our romance will be over. But I still have to continue with this lawsuit.
What? What are you, living in a fantasy land? When the Bar Association finds out about Dan's little scheme, he's gonna be out on his ear. The only practicing he's gonna be doing is with his backhand. And while we're on the subject, how can you possibly still want to prosecute Ben?
Well, because from what Dan told me, he could have killed me.
You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Ben.
Yes, but Dan told me that.
Look,
the
I don't care what
situation-
Dan told you. He lies. He lied about divorcing Julia and marrying you. He's lied about this case.
Look, Doug, I think you ought to just leave, okay?
Yeah, sure. And you know something? Ben is actually trying to forgive you. I mean, I'm not saying he's not mad. Sure, I mean, he's only human. But he's got this faith that he's trying to apply, and he actually feels sorry for you. And you know something else? If I had to choose which one really loves you, it certainly wouldn't be Mr. Myers.
Stacy.
Dad.
Well, I'm getting pretty cold lately.
Yeah, I sort of like it, though. The cold air feels good.
Yes, I guess it does. Won't be too long till we all get tired of it, though. Stacy, I know you didn't call me over to talk about the weather.
No, I didn't.
Well, what's the trouble? I mean, even Russ told me this week that he was worried about you.
Well, Russ would say something like that. He's really watching out for me. Well, it's nothing major, though. He just caught me on an afternoon when I was all wrapped up with Alice.
What?
Oh, it's Alice in Wonderland. I'm rereading it. That book has the most wonderful effect on me, the way it makes fantasy so real.
Stacy, about the trial, I'm going to take the stand today.
It's because of me, isn't it? Because of what I said yesterday?
Well, to some degree, but I've been wanting to.
I ruined your defense, didn't I?
Stacy, I understand the pressure you were under up there.
Dad, don't forgive me. I don't deserve it.
Don't say that. You were under oath. You had to tell the truth.
The truth! The truth is that you didn't kill Mom, and what came out of my mouth isn't going to help convince anyone of that.
Stacy, what's going on? Why did you ask me over here today?
I asked you over because I wanted to apologize.
There's no need for that. You know that.
But I do need to.
No, you don't.
Please don't argue with me.
Stacy, everything you said on that witness stand doesn't matter anymore. It's
Just-
all in the past.
Just don't say anything else. I shouldn't have asked you over here.
That's not true, Stacy.
Please,
Look,
just
Stacy,
leave.
I know you're hurting. Let me
Dad,
help
will you leave?
Stacy.
Dad, get out of here! Why can't I? Why?
This coffee tastes like it was made last Tuesday. Can you get me another cup, please?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Miss?
Things are really provincial around here, aren't they?
Quaint would be a nicer term.
Quaint. Yes. Did you talk to your father?
Of course. I mean, that is why you stayed an extra night, isn't it? To cajole him into convincing me that we were meant for each other.
You know, sometimes you floor me, Courtney. The way your little mind works. I stayed an extra night to spend time with you.
And sometimes you floor me, Vaughn, with the way your mind fails to work at all.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that you didn't need to send a contingent down here from Lake Forest to check on my social life.
I did no such thing.
Well, it doesn't matter. Nothing happened when I talked to Dad. Nothing was resolved. I know he likes you. He didn't have to fly down from Chicago to tell me that.
I don't know where you get this idea that we're all chasing you.
Well, now, what am I supposed to think? I come down the stairs expecting my date for a school dance, and I find you there instead. Oh, this is all really ridiculous when you look at it.
What?
Well, I have a harmless date with a good friend, and it's as if I've caused the Dow Jones average to tumble 50 points.
Well, there are business considerations, but may I modify the scenario just a bit? I came down to Kingsley to see you, period. That date was just poor judgment on your part. And Preston has been intending to see your uncle for some time now. But let's not evade the issue.
Oh, no, let's not. You know, sometimes, Vaughn, you treat me like I'm your little pet that you can just drag around with you wherever you want. Well, the truth is you can't.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you. Look, Courtney, why do we fight like this when we know how much we love each other? I mean, I know you love me. I think sometimes you have trouble admitting it to yourself. Why don't we let this love grow naturally? When you insist on bringing these so-called friends into our relationship, you can do nothing but stifle that growth.
You sound like a sick romance novel. Let me tell you what's being stifled, Vaughn. My freedom. Look, I feel like I can't breathe around you. Oh, I don't know what it is. We have had some good times together, but you and the North Shore and my father's business concerns, they're all hemming me in, and I feel like I can't breathe. I have a life to live, Vaughn. You're not letting me live it.
Oh, I'd love to. But look what happens when I do. You run off to this nowhere college, where students think that social development occurs by getting drunk and throwing up on a friend. You didn't leave. You got lost, Courtney.
Well, maybe I am lost, Vaughn. But let me tell you something. I'm going to stay here until I find my way out. On my own.
How am I supposed to take that? That I've been written out of your life?
Not written out. Just, well, appearing in a later chapter.
I'm not following you.
Look, it's simple. We're still headed for the same destination. I'm just taking a detour for a while. I'm not asking you to get out of my life completely. Just please don't put me in a box. I need my freedom.
And what am I supposed to do while you're finding yourself in this plebeian maze?
I don't know. But Vaughn, if you love me, you'll give me that freedom.
So that you'll be free enough to come back to me on your own.
For now, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I don't care if she's engaged. Something's not right here.
Pete, for your own sake, don't go getting messed up with girls who are engaged. I mean, this is not high school. Engagement is almost permanent. It's like serious.
She doesn't even want to be near the guy, I can tell.
And who told you that?
Nobody has to be telling me anything. I can see it in her eyes.
You know, Pete, you must have some sort of a big brother complex or something, the way you keep looking after her. Every time some guy shows the least bit of interest in her, you automatically assume that he's bothering her. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe she enjoys some of these suitors?
Oh, yeah, sure. Troy was a real prince.
Okay, maybe
And what
not.
about yourself? It took you half a dozen put-downs before you realized she's not interested in you.
I take it back. It's not a big brother complex. You're hooked on her. Hey, exactly what transpired that night during that secret rendezvous
I
after
told
the
you
dance?
everything you need to know about that night. There's something wrong with Vaughn. Something's not right.
You're getting that righteous indignation look again, Davidson. What are you planning to do?
Just like I say, something's not right. I can feel it. You know what? I think it's time somebody talks to this guy.
I'm worried, Terry. I've never seen Stacy this way before.
Didn't you tell her you didn't hold it against her for what she said yesterday?
Yes, but that seemed to make her even more upset. I don't know. Stacy has never acted this way before. Something else has got to be bothering her.
Dave, naturally, this isn't the easiest time for her.
Yes, I know, but invite me over to her house and then practically kick me out the door?
Look, Dave, as concerned as you are about her, right now is not the best time to think about it. You've got to clear your mind and think about what you're going to be saying up there on the stand.
Yes, I know you're right. Whatever problem Stacy has, it's going to have to wait. But if you get a chance to talk to her, Terry, would you, please?
I will.
Well, you'd better get in.
Dave, wait. Don't go in there with this burden on you. Give it to the one who can bear it better than you.
Thanks, Terry. I will.